All right, today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I'm gonna let you in on a sneak peek at one of my own personal investment properties. We're in downtown right now, we're in Leslieville today, and I'm gonna show you one of my absolute favorite one-bedroom plus study, not a huge den, but you're gonna see one-bedroom plus study on the 12th floor downtown in Leslieville. Like I said, what makes a really great unit. So some of you watching this, you might be first-time buyers looking for a good one-bedroom, one-plus den. Some of you might be investors looking to buy something downtown, but you're not really sure whether you want a one-bedroom, a one-plus den, or a two-bedroom. Well, I'm going to show you why I made this personal decision to buy this and why it's performed as such an incredible investment, and what we've also done to turn it into a really great sale. So come and have a look. All right. One of the first few reasons we bought this place was it's up and coming Leslieville, and I would have bought this unit probably about 7 or 8 years ago from pre-construction plan. But the most important thing to me at the time was, other than the square footage, was what the direction it was facing. And for lucky us, we were facing east. And I bought as high a floor as I could afford at the time, so we bought something as close to the top. This was supposed to be the penthouse, later became the sub-penthouse, but we bought it with 10-foot ceilings, which has been a real treat. So if you're looking at something and it's a little bit on the smaller side, or it's smaller than you'd like, ceiling height will actually emphasize the feeling of space in a unit. It's beautiful. It brings in more light. We've got floor to ceiling windows here, but the view was the most important thing. Tenant enjoyment is so critical. We live in Toronto, so we've got winters are really long here. It gets dark really early, and you want to be able to wake up or go to bed or enjoy an afternoon and see sky views. So my priority was to get as much sky view as possible. And you can see here, we've got about 40, 45, 50% sky view, which for most of my tenants here has been an incredible feature, has made them really happy. And as I come back to visit this unit, it's one of the reasons that I love it so very much. And it's facing east, so we get some incredible morning sun, but the view, it's unbeatable. Being as close to the top floor, it's wonderful. I'm not looking into other buildings. I'm not obstructed. This really was a critical buying reason. And I made sure that we did a lot of research before we bought here to see what was going to be built around the area, examining the condo buildings that are currently here and any contemplated future construction to really solidify our view would be protected. So I'm going to share why I actually bought this particular unit. And the reality is, at the time that I bought here, I actually bought quite a few units here. And the reason was, I had my heart set on doing something for my kids. So I've got 3 young kids, and I wanted to make sure that I set them up for their university education. And the money was sitting in RSPs, and it was sitting in savings account. It really wasn't moving for us. And my concern was making sure that I could provide in a significant way for each of my children. And what I did is I took savings that were sitting there, earmarked for university and for my kids, and I decided to play it forward and put it into pre-construction. Now, the reason I picked this unit was I didn't want anything that was too difficult at the time to manage with a business that was really successful and busy. I didn't want to have to worry about a house or a freehold home where any variety of things could go wrong. So I thought a condo is the easiest thing for me to manage given my business and my expertise in real estate. Inside the 4 walls, there's very little that can go wrong. I mean, there's a whole lot that can go wrong nowadays, but back then there's very little that can go wrong. So I felt that it was a sure thing. What I was concerned about buying was the best view, a good floor plan with very little wasted space, and I wanted to buy from a reputable builder. So what I did is I bought something that I knew at the time could be easy to manage, 1+ studies or 1 bedroom, 1 bathrooms. And what we did is we put all of our effort into ensuring that this unit provided adequate space for someone to be able to do what they had to do, either work from home, cook, counter space. So I'm going to show you here things that didn't exist before that we added that really, in my opinion, enhanced the space and made it marketable and gave us really the reason and the lift to be able to sell it at a great price when we decided to divest here and move on and invest elsewhere. So here are the things that we did. One of the first things we did was we added overhead lighting. So a lot of builders will not give you overhead lighting in some of these loft spaces, so you have to pay to be able to have light fixtures or connections in places that you wouldn't ordinarily find them. Not in the kitchen, bedrooms, etc., or potentially in the shower. The other thing that they had offered is they hadn't offered an island, but they have for bigger units. But what I thought when I came to see the space was, how on earth are my tenants supposed to cook here if they like to cook? There's not a lot of place for meal prep, so we added a custom island. And we did so by creating a breakfast bar here with tons of cabinet space here. And I can tell you, my first tenant didn't have the benefit of enjoying this. I thought of it after he left, but my second tenant has absolutely enjoyed having a large cooking surface, or not cooking surface, meal prep surface, a breakfast bar, and lots of cabinetry here for storage for essentials. So that's the first thing. The second thing I did, I'm going to show you right now, is in a condo, there's not a lot of space, there's not a lot of room for big furniture in these one-bedroom studies or one-bedroom condos. So we added a little media nook here under the television that allows people to have extra storage. It's kind of nice. It's really well designed. In my opinion, if I lived here, it's a great place for books, it's a great place for magazines, your modem, remote, whatever you need. It's wonderful. Without this, there's nothing here, and you need a big bulky piece of furniture, which really in this unit would crowd it out. All right, we knew we had a study on plan, which is not technically a den space. It's not enclosed, it's not closed off. We knew it was literally going to be a nook. But one of the things I asked myself as a professional who's working, sometimes working from my home, is this someplace where I can fit a desk and comfortably work? And it was really challenging to say that I would have enough room to create a space that was comfortable and inviting where I would want to work. So what we did is we designed these floating shelving units made out of quartz, and we had them installed so that somebody could work and have a laptop here, some book shelving, and there's flexibility and versatility there for someone to actually work from home, which is great. Finally, we did a modification to the walk-in closet. So one of the reasons I bought this unit was the walk-in closet. I thought if I was single and I was living downtown, what would I really want and need most? Walk-in closet. Listen, you can make small things really nice simply by making some small tweaks, and we've done exactly that in this walk-in closet, so a couple could live here comfortably together. We have uppers, lowers, we have tall hang, low hang, and we've got a banquette of drawers, because getting a dresser in a downtown condo, I don't know if you've tried, it can be challenging. So this, mission accomplished, gave somebody space, comfort, and I think a little bit of luxe to make a little condo feel really special. All right, you can probably tell that I really love this unit, and parting with it has been really, really difficult. But the reality is we are reinvesting, we are moving from here and moving on to bigger and better things for the children and for ourselves. But I have to say, I have absolutely loved owning this unit. I am so thankful and grateful that we picked a great floor plan, and more importantly, we have attracted some amazing, really sticky tenants who've stayed for a long time that we've enjoyed having, who have made being a landlord really easy. Now, if you're looking to invest yourself and you're not really sure what makes a really great unit, or you think you kind of know but you're not sure and you're really afraid to make that investment decision, whether you're an investor or a first-time buyer, get advice. I've done this a number of times with clients, of course, many, many times in over a decade, but also have done it a number of times for ourselves. And I like to think that I have a really good eye for something great and something wonderful that will make you top dollar. Before we let you go, I'm going to let you see the one last thing that I didn't show you. It was the exceptional balcony and the view from outside that made this a really unique and special unit. Thanks for coming on this tour with me.